All right, so hello. This is my presentation for Deriving E by Herrera-Alvarado, or me, as you may already know. All right, let's get started. So, what is E? Well, the number E, or Euler number, is a mathematical concept that is the base for natural log and exponential equation. The number E is also an irrational number that's not repeating and well never ends. The number is roughly equal to 2.71828, or if you want this longer version, it would be 2.7182818284590, and it keeps on going for forever, basically. Um, the history E. The number E was named by the mathematician Leonard Euler, but the constant E was actually founded by the mathematician Jacob Balleru, who was working on compound interest, which was basically made as that equation, which is limit n nears to infinity, which is parentheses 1 plus 1 over 6 equals n. Though if you're at this point in time, the E wasn't actually a there yet, but he had created the whole base for this before this became thing. Though this person, Leonard, actually is the one who fully put the E in. So he found the equation, he created the very constant. Now to the derive E. Since E is a constant, the derivative E would be 0, which is mostly just explained here as the derivative E equals 0. There's really nothing more about that. Now, finding E as a limit, explaining how it's calculated is slightly a bit more complicated. The limit of E in E equals infinity is parentheses 1 plus 1 over 6, which is exponent by n equals E. But as we're trying to find how to get E as a limit, so how we get that part, we would have to get, you know, limit n to infinity, 1 plus 1 over 6, exponent equals e. Then we would put natural log on both sides. So we would get natural log e equals natural log, limit to the equation we already know. We then rewrite it to the equation of natural log 1 plus 1 over n divided by 1 over n. Then apply L hospital rule, which we get in dl divided by dn natural log parentheses 1 plus 1 divided by n, or let me clarify, 1 plus 1 over n equals 1 over 1 plus 1 over n, or let me clarify, 1 divided by 1 plus 1 over n times negative 1 over n exponent 2, which then becomes dn over dn 1 over n equals negative over n exponent 2. There will be some pictures to explain it more better since on writing it's kind of hard to do so. Limit is into infinity, 1 over 1 plus 1 over n times negative. Okay, we'll just get to that point as we most of us can read. But n over 1 exponent 2 divided by negative 1 over 1 over 2 equals limit is n near to infinity, 1 divided by 1 plus 1 over n. As limit n equals infinity, 1 over 1 plus 1 over n, which would been changed. So we would put 1 over 1 plus 0, which would equal 1, which would mean for natural log e equals 1. And since natural log e equals 1, then E over then exponent 1, it would equal E, which would be the limit. These are the pictures to help explain it better, as it's kind of hard to write do the writing it part typing wise. So yeah, here's E infinity. This is where you define it properly to show it's there. This is where you start putting natural log for both sides. This is when you rewrite it. And this is when you put the hospital rule on there. And this is when you start evaluating and changing it to suit it. And this is where you finally get the last answer. Do we have any questions? Thank you for listening to my presentation.